All right. Okay, so I totally forgot. You all don't know who she is, but I have just spent like a week with you, my friend, on Uncruise on the Safari Endeavour. This is the woman that makes the excursions happen because you're the leader, are you not?
I am.
And you are from Costa Rica?
From Costa Rica.
Okay, so which I don't expect to find in Alaska. That's not what one expects. And Kika.
Yeah, keka.
How?
Keka, like a birthday
Keka.
cake.
I could remember that. Hernandez. Okay, so now that Walt has reminded me, I forgot to tell you who she was, we can go back. I mean, your story is great. So, what job did you start at on the ship? When you came to Uncruise, what did you start as?
I started as an expedition guide.
Oh.
So the Uncruise Adventures opened an itinerary in Costa Rica, Panama.
Yes.
And I was already working in a vessel for that itinerary. And at that time, I was doing lots of sports, running long distances, doing open water swimming, mountain biking, and all the things that everybody loves to do here. So I had a phone call from a friend, a really good friend of mine, telling me that there was this cruise company from Alaska who had this project in Costa Rica and that I was suitable for the job. So I went ahead and applied, and here I am.
Oh my.
Yeah, after I had my interview, in like 3 days, I received the contract. They flew me to Seattle. That was in 2016. And they trained me in everything on cruise. Eventually, after my first season in Costa Rica, Panama, it was so successful that I was invited to come to Alaska and do a cross training just to learn all the systems. And that was a little door that opened. I continued with Costa Rica, Panama until COVID hit. And then when everything came into a halt, I decided, eventually, my husband and I decided to move to the U.S. And when the company found out that I was coming, they invited me to work in Alaska. So they have taken me places. They have taken me to Alaska, to the Sea of Cortez, to the Galapagos Islands. Yes, several times.
That was favorite. You might have, because I did the Galapagos on this vessel. Might have been when, I can't remember what year, but another perfect place. But Alaska. So
Costa Rica is like a small jewelry box full of warm, beautiful little treasures. But when you come to Alaska, it's majestic. Everything is open. You get a new sense of gravity.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to explain, but I mean, I used to do zip lining and like canyoning and all these things. And now that I come to Alaska, I have a new sense of distances and heights because everything is so huge.
Yeah. How far away is that? 5 miles, and it looks like it's right here. It's crazy, I think. And you know, when you talk about a sense of like grounding yourself in gravity and all of that. So today is a week. We got on last Saturday, and today is Saturday. Yes. So we have not seen humans in a good 6.5 days. And I kind of feel today I'm in Ketchikan, but those humans are interrupting my silence. Me and Mother Nature, I'm not used to these people. Do you get that feeling sometimes?
I do. I do every time. The connection with nature is so strong that when you come back to urban concentrations, it's pretty difficult to process.
Yeah, I was having a hard time this morning, really like processing it. I, opened my shade and I looked out and I went, oh. But then I went, oh, I love Ketchikan. So I was kind of tossed between there. Okay.
I mean, we are another natural species, and so we're also part of nature.
Yeah.
But this is what we have accomplished, all these structures. And so it's always a great, not just to have the connection in Alaska or in any place that we visit, not just having the connections straight with nature, but also with the people and getting to know the story, the history of the place.
Yes.
How it developed, who lives here, what language they talk, what are their cuisine. It's not just about coming and purchasing things on the stores and get the souvenir for the memory. No, it's about studying the place. Why are they here? Why did they choose this area?
Yes.
Okay, they have the perfect protection. the perfect setting for their beaches, for their dwellings, for their businesses. So yeah, it's also necessary.
And you know, like this morning, so people have many opportunities here. You can stay on the ship and just chill. You can walk Ketchikan on your own. And you had a walking tour with a member of the Tlingit tribe, if I'm remembering
That is correct.
correctly. Mm-hmm. So then they can, exactly what you just said, connect with the history, the people, the cuisine. You can ask questions of someone who lives here, who has family here. And I love that. And when you're somewhere like out in God's country, you all have given us such an opportunity to talk about who was here before us. Like what happened over there? Oh, that was logging, and that was this, and this is where that happened. So I was talking to Jeff on the ship, Jeff, Geo Jeff. We call it because he is a geologist, but he has so much history about everything. Everyone on this ship is so filled with history. I love that. Now, I have done some spectacular excursions. I met a glacier that decided to come and visit me very quickly.
The shooter?
Oh my God. Yeah. And the crazy part about that was who was our expedition leader, Moxie, and she had just told us, you know, we don't ever get to see these shooters, and you know, blah blah blah. And this is what they do, and not 30 seconds later.
I bet the universe said, "Oh, shooter."
Yeah, Bonnie doesn't understand. Let's give her lesson number 1.
Oh, I hear shooter. Poof, poof. Yeah.
That was amazing. Yesterday, I was in the back of the skiff when that whale came up, and I'll show you that video. But what do you call that kind of feeding that whale was doing?
That was doing. It's called lunge feeding.
Lunge feeding. Mm-hmm. It like, I am not kidding you. I was at the back of the boat. I had my camera going, and all of a sudden, it was like the whole,
like a big bag.
Yes.
So it has a series of ventral ridges. That's the name of those ridges that you see underneath the whale. And then this whale opens up like a bag and then swallows all the fish and then starts filtering the water through its baleen plates. So it just keeps the fish in, and then all the water is taken out.
And it was 20 seconds. It was 20 seconds.
I swear I saw the video and I thought that it was just looking at you like, look at me. And then it opened the mouth a little bit more.
Yes,
and
then
just went.
Or she just opened it and then went back down. And the interesting part on the video, silence in that skiff. No one was, we were all like, what the heck is that? That's what I said at the end. Like, what is that?
It's pretty difficult. We see whales in videos. We see whales in pictures. We have plush toys of whales. Mm-hmm. But when you see a whale in front of you, it's difficult to comprehend what we're seeing. Sometimes when they're doing the collective feeding, they look like mussels.
Yeah, because we saw that earlier. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So just to find where the eyes are located in relation to the mouth, and then what they're doing, our brain is not accustomed to those things.
Because I couldn't figure out what it was. I know it's a whale, but what the heck is the?
Yeah.
What is it coming to talk to me? Does it want to eat me for lunch? I was just kind of whatever. But yeah, the interesting part then about that yesterday, that was life whatevering for me. But then there was this whole other group of people that did the meander or the kayak, and they saw all the starfish. So I had this crazy experience with all my skiff mates, but then the people who were out on the kayaks and doing the meander walks, they saw all of the starfish. And who expects to see starfish in Alaska?
More than 60 species.
More than any place in the world. Am I right?
Yes.
In Alaska.
Yes.
Hello, I did not know that. So they had that, which was so, everybody who went out yesterday, like I hiked, I bushwhacked 4 miles through the softest forest in the world, and I crawled over 799 trees. It was amazing. It was so amazing. And I thought the part about that was if you just said, Bonnie, we have a 4-mile walk. The forest is soft and there's 700 trees you're going to have to climb over. I'd have said not a chance.
Exactly. That's why we don't tell you that.
But I just felt, I don't know what the word is. Like at 70, you would think I would get it, but I never honestly thought that was in the cards for me. I didn't. That. And then yesterday morning, you guys did that cold water snorkeling.
Yes.
I actually just went around the corner and looked at those suits that keep everybody buoyant. What makes people, because I didn't do it, wish I would have, but then I would have missed the whale, so it really didn't matter. What makes people not, like me, I was afraid of the cold.
Yeah.
What makes people question that?
Well, first of all, it's advanced snorkel only.
Oh, okay.
So you have to be a very proficient swimmer. You have to have experience in cold water. At least if you snorkel in the Catalina Islands, I'm talking if you snorkel in the Galapagos Islands during the cold months, maybe you can have a little bit of an idea of the temperature. We're talking that the average temperature of the water here is 43 degrees Fahrenheit. And so that's the beginning of it.
Okay.
So you must understand what you're getting into. So if you have heart issues or if you have any condition that might be, triggered by the action of getting in the water, then you might just reconsider that. If you have never snorkeled before, this is not the place to learn. Okay. If you're a tropical snorkeler like me, you might be able to do it if the second level is passed, which is the snorkeling gear. And that thing is the one that I haven't been able to pass. I love snorkeling. I love the underwater life. It's one of the things that I love to do the most, especially in the Sea of Cortez where we go. But in the Sea of Cortez, we have a 2.5 millimeter, not a 14 millimeter.
That thing is heavy.
My God, when I try to put it on, as soon as I put the hoodie, I get claustrophobic.
Yeah.
So I do not go beyond the hoodie. And so that's also a deterrent.
Yeah,
so
because that's how I felt.
It's like levels. And then the third one is, it's within such short notice. Because you already know, you sign up in the beginning of the week. Yeah. You know that you're going to do it at some point. But you're not expecting us to come and say, hey, tomorrow morning we have the perfect conditions, and so we'll meet you at 6:45, and you go, 6:45? Sometimes during the summer, the long hours of summer, 6:45 is already sunshiny.
Oh, because you don't want it to be. I was just going to ask, why 6:45? Because you don't want the sun?
No, because we are working around tides. The tides here just come and go, and so we want to see the intertidal life. Oh, okay. And we need to have access to it. But the issue is that working on that around those tides also implies that sometimes we will not be able to do the activity because during the tide, the perfect tide would be really, really dark. Like yesterday. Yesterday, the sunrise was at around 7:10, and the guests were already out there at 6:50.
Yeah, because I said goodbye to them as they were leaving.
Yeah, so they took the place, and then they observed. They waited a little bit for the sunlight, and then they...
I get a little claustrophobic. That was why I thought probably not for me. If I have two people on the side that I can hold on to, then I'm fine. But I didn't think anybody wanted to babysit Bonnie Lee yesterday.
No, the other thing is that you have to carry yourself. Yeah. You have to be able to climb a ladder that we set on the side. And then in the meantime, you have this big, thick suit that is a little bit,
I would have them tie a rope on me. So that was great. The polar plunge, that, I got to tell you, I never thought ever I would do a polar plunge. And that's what the whole deal is. There's so many opportunities. And the people who didn't do it, they could live through those of us who did do it. Like the snorkelers, I totally chatted with Jeff yesterday. Like, what did you see? So I could learn. We all learn from each other. What is your favorite excursion? Do you have something that you like really love?
My favorite excursion.
Do you have? Maybe you don't even have one. Maybe you love them all.
I honestly, I love them all.
Yeah.
I can say that my favorite excursion would be the bushwhack because it's just so demanding.
Oh God, yes.
And at some point, it's just like like an analogy of life. So there's times in your life when you're so happy, everything's going well, everything's so beautiful, and you're just extremely
Yes.
blessed. And there's times that you're not that happy. And there are times in which you say, why am I putting myself through this?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, like I'm out there, I'm cold and wet and muddy and tired, but you push through, just like in life.
Yes.
So you have all those moments in which you're tired, but then suddenly you arrive into this mosque and you forgot that you were tired 5 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, this is super difficult, I am not liking this part so much, but then you arrive to this part that is just so magical that you feel that it's about to produce a unicorn or an elf or something of the matter.
Exactly.
And then
Yes.
you're happy again.
Yes.
Sometimes you're just so excited about being out there. I cry a lot.
I cried in the woods way more than one
When you
time.
feel the power of Mother Nature and when you understand that everything around you is alive, is intelligent,
It's connected.
is connected, you just feel this power. It's not the power of nature, it's the power of each and every one of the creatures that
Yes.
are surrounding you. And then you get so grateful for being out there, for having the privilege of traveling,
Yes.
of getting places, of experiencing these moments. And I mean, it's the essence of forest bathing for me. So yeah, Bushwhack
I
would be like,
that word, forest bathing. Like we just laid down in that moss and it was so soft. It was just, it is like just bathing yourself. So I would say that that is something I loved, was the whole idea. Now, can you just tell me a little quickly about the back of the boat? Like you guys have, oh, I forgot about kayaking. I kayaked for the first time.
oh yeah, that's
And then
true.
I did it the second time, and it was fabulous. What a quiet way again. You just stop paddling. You're a little bit away from the ship, and you hear nothing except like the waves, like lapping on the kayak. And that is another amazing thing. Paddle boarding. You can paddle board if I paddle boarded in the Sea of Cortez, that's where I paddle boarded. But like the back of your ship is very unique in how the kayaks come up and down. What do you call the back? What is that?
We call it the Easy Dock.
Uh-huh.
And the Easy Dock is a platform that raises and lowers twice a day or as many times as we need to. And then it holds all our toys, the paddle boards and the kayaks. So once we lower it, we bring all the kayaks out, and it has 3 ridges where you can place the kayak on top of the platform, and you can board it right there to be pushed into the water. Yes.
Otherwise, how do people get in a kayak?
Well, there's many different types of different options to do it.
Yeah.
If it was necessary to get in the water without using the Easy Dock, then one of the guides will hold the kayak on one side, like counterweighting, and then the guests or you would have to step inside of the cockpit and sit down while we're holding. It just moves a little bit.
Oh, well, that was part of why I figured I could do it, because it was holding still and waiting for me.
That Easy Dock is very inviting to the people who have never snorkeled. Have never kayaked, I'm sorry. To people who have kayaked and sit on top kayaks. With people that sometimes there's people who have the experience or somewhere else, they capsize and they say, this is not for me. I don't feel like going into the water. What is this going to be? And then you have the chance to stand next to the kayak, to step in, to sit, get comfortable, feel safe, and then we can just push you out.
And what she just said, when they push you out, I mean, it's stupid, but it was like,
you feel like
it. Oh, and then
it's like flying.
Yes, kind of. I think it is.
Yes, like flying.
It feels so nifty. And then I got out, and I needed like 6 people. I think the first time I flopped out, I can't quite remember what I did. But, who is it? I think it's Moxie who says there's no such on Uncruise when you're doing an expedition. There's no such thing as dignity, only success. And as I flopped out of there, I went, yeah, Bon, you got to give up the whole idea of dignity here. You just did it. So I loved it when she said that. All these little sayings that I have flipping around in my head. But you guys, your team is, like she said, a family, and it feels to me much like the forest when the trees chat with each other, that you guys have worked together, for a season or however long, but that everything moves like, not like a well-oiled machine, because that is machinery. It works like, I came from a farm, the people on the farm, how everybody works together to mow the hay, blah, 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 and get it in the barn. I mean, that's what it feels like everybody just knows what they're doing. And then when you're out in the skiff and they go, well, at 11 o'clock or whatever you all say, I'm
exactly like that.
And they're all making sure that every guest, if there's something going on, that every guest knows it, and you might have the opportunity on the ship to go or not. And then there's the Northern Lights. I know you don't engineer them, but it's probably a God thing, I'm guessing, or a Mother Nature thing, however a person looks at it. But those Northern Lights, 4 nights in a row, I think.
Those were the best ones I've ever seen in my life.
It was beautiful.
Yes, it was beautiful.
So, gosh, thanks. This is Catch a Can. Everybody's kind of out, so I knew I could grab this woman for a chat on her life. Thank you. I truly mean it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. And just to share everything. I mean, it changes all of us to talk to someone like you guys.
Well, they're amazing people. Wonderful
they are.
human beings.
See you later.
Hearts.
Bye. Really, your team is so incredible. And yesterday,